Welcome everybody to our sales Q&A Zoom call. This is where we handle sales questions, sales challenges that you're having, how to answer objections or things that you're running into in the field. And then when you ask a question, everyone else gets to learn from the answer. Sometimes you don't even know what questions to ask, but it's great when people do ask questions because then you get a chance to hear, the answers to those questions and learn something. So this is really a opportunity for you to learn and grow and make more money. That's what it's all about. So as I mentioned in my email reminder, we're going to talk about IULs because that subject has come up on several occasions lately. So I think I'm going to cover some stuff related to IULs. So that's going to be really the theme tonight, unless someone does have, a burning question. I'm certainly, very open to answering questions as well. Before I go into IULs and some really cool things about Index Universal Life and tax-free retirement, does anyone have any sales questions that you need to get off your chest so that we can help you?
Yes, I do.
Andrews, okay, man.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so I got a question number. I think I even emailed you and replied. I have two customers, clients that I want to sign up, but I think one of them has a pacemaker and he's 29 years. Does he qualify for anything?
How old is he?
29 years.
He's 29 years old with a pacemaker?
Yes.
Wow. How long ago did he get the pacemaker?
I'm not sure, but it looks like he's had it for a while. I think he's supposed to take it out or something. I don't know. But then, actually, when I put it in, he didn't qualify for it. I said I was just going to ask you before then get back to him if there's anything that he needs to do.
Interesting. Okay. So there are two ways to go. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here's the first thing I would do is, and this is actually a really good question, dude. So I appreciate you asking it because I'm going to show you what I would do. Like he asked me this question. What would Alex do to answer the question, right? So I can appear to be a smart underwriter is I will use the resources. Okay. So I'm going to go, Andrews, I'm going to go to the ARC. I'm going to resources. I'm going to advanced resources. Okay. And then I'm going to go to resources. I'm going to go to the final expense underwriting grid.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look up pacemaker. Which should be, I swear there was something.
Go under heart, Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, including heart attack, angina, had or been advised to have heart surgery, including bypass and pacemaker. Okay. And so you have to kind of read it too.
Okay.
So for example, it says CFG classic choice. That's their whole life. Decline if diagnosed with heart attack in the last 6 months or ever received a cardiac defibrillator implant, except pacemaker, within 7 to 24 months, equals classic advantage graded plan. So it looks like there is opportunity to get him something with that. Okay. So now, of course, guaranteed issue. So here's what I need to, so there are some of these carriers will take them, but the question is, will they handle the age? Okay, so Alex, how do you find out if they'll handle the age? I go back to resources, then I go to product pocket guide.
Okay.
Okay, and then I go to simplified issue, high risk final expense whole life. And so we mentioned CFG classic choice. Let's look at the age range. So this client's
Okay.
29, right?
Yes.
So it looks like classic choice ages 18 to 85. So that tells me that the classic choice is a potential for this person.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go to Mutual of Omaha. 45 to 85. Mutual of Omaha Living Promise is not. CVS Health, 40 to 89. No. American Amicable, 50 to 85. No. American Amicable, American Guardian, 0 to 49. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how you let's see. Anyway, kind of curious. Foresters, no. GTL, no. Americo Eagle Premier, 40. That's no. Okay, so Great Western is 50, I think. Yeah, 50 to 85.
Yeah.
Okay, so notice so that your question had two parts to it. Number one, can we find someone that will cover pacemaker? Number two, can we find someone that will also cover the age? Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, tell me about your other client.
Okay. I think the other client, she said she didn't have any medical issues or anything like that. I know when I went there, she was smoking anyway, but I mean, the answers that the questions that I asked her, she said she doesn't smoke, you know. And when I put it in, she's 57, it was declined.
Yeah. Here's the thing about people that you didn't ask the question properly. Okay.
Okay.
Because you asked it, is your health, you basically ask it in the reverse negative. It's not negative reversing. You've asked it, where they just can say, oh yeah, I'm healthy. And then you think that that's a good enough answer. You cannot ask health questions like that. Okay.
Okay.
Here's how you ask health questions. What's her name?
She is hold on. Oh, so give me a second. I'm trying to recall. Let me get her name right.
Well, okay. Her name is, let's just say her name's Mary. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would say, okay, Mary.
She's Jones. Miss Jones.
I'm sorry?
She's Miss Jones.
Miss Jones. Okay. So I would say Miss Jones. Me and Mrs. Jones. No. Okay. Miss Jones. Now I'm going to ask you some questions in order to know if I can help you. Now, these are health related. And so I'm going to ask you health questions and medications. And here's the thing with the health questions, Miss Jones. In order for me to help you out is I need to really know everything about you as when it comes to health. Because the insurance carriers, they already have a database that they tap into called the Medical Insurance Board. It's called the MIB. And the MIB has a database of all your health problems. And it's usually reported by your doctor, by any insurance companies that you applied for, health insurance or life insurance. So they have a database that they check. And so when you answer these questions, it has to be as accurate as possible, because if you leave anything out, then they're going to think you're lying to them and you're trying to hide something, and then they're going to decline you and you're not going to be able to get coverage at all. Okay. And then they even record that. They record if you got declined because you lied to them. Okay. So do you understand, Miss Jones, that when I ask you these health questions, you need to be like totally accurate with your information so that I can really do my job to find you something that will cover you. I've covered every type of health issue: cancer, stroke, diabetes. I have companies that will handle any situation. So does that make sense, Mary or Miss Jones? Miss Jones, does that make sense? And I would just wait to have her answer yes. Okay, so we're going to be as accurate as possible. Is that correct? Yes. I'm going to get her to say yes 3 times to being honest. I'm not going to say stuff like, "You're not going to lie to me, are you?" No, I'm going to say it's important. We're going to be accurate. So are we going to be accurate tonight? I want to ask you these questions. Okay. So so when you ask questions, the health questions it's not, are you taking any medications? You're asking, what medications are you taking? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like you're assuming she has medication. So tell me the first medication you're taking. Okay, what's the next medication you're taking? Okay, so tell me about your first surgery that you've had. Tell me about your first hospital stay. What was that for? What was the reason? Okay, and how, tell me about your tobacco use. How long has it been since you've been smoking or you stopped smoking? Okay, so when you start asking the assumptive that they were already taking it, then they're going to hopefully fess up. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Always ask it like that. Never ask, "Are you healthy?" You're just giving them an opportunity to lie to you, right? Always assume that you did something wrong. They did something wrong, but that they're not healthy. Okay. And then have them convince you that they're not taking anything. So if they say, "I'm not taking any medications." Huh. Wow. None at all. No high blood pressure, no diabetes medications. Well, I take this little pill for high blood pressure. Oh, okay.
Oh.
You know what I mean? They will always, if you have a shot, it's just so funny. It's so funny how people are. So that's how I would go. I'd go ballistic on asking questions the right way, so you're not going to run into the liars that will lie to you. Because see, people don't understand that the MIB exists, so they're going to think, the last 5 times they got declined by 5 previous agents, right?
Right.
That you're going to be the one to get them covered because they're not going to tell you anything. And you need to educate them that, ma'am, the reason why you got declined by the last 5 is because you weren't being, totally upfront with what you got going on. So
Right.
you got to be very upfront with them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So what I would do is go back to her and go, "Hey, listen, I talked to my manager and he said that there are some insurance carriers that will cover you. I just need to know exactly why they declined you. So why do you think they declined you?" And then I would just go from there. Well, tell me anything that, what else is going on with you? So anyway, all right, cool. That's actually a very good question. I appreciate you asking that question.
Thank you.
Okay.